So can you just start by telling us your name and what you do here at the Community Trust?
Yes, so my name is Micheil Russel-Smith and I'm football delivery officer at the Community Trust. Most of my job is just coaching.
And you're now the head of the Girls Pathway?
Yeah, so I've recently been given the job of head of the Girls Pathway, as it's been something I've been working with for over a year now. We started it basically exactly a year ago and I've been involved since the start. So as we've got more teams and more players, it's becoming more of a role and a bigger job. So yeah, I've been given that role recently.
So we're going to focus on the Girls Pathway. The Girls Pathway at Dundee Football Club is still relatively new. Tell us a bit about how the pathway started and how things have been since it began.
So I started with the Community Trust about a year ago, and that was also when the Girls Pathway began. That was a big part of my role to start with, was to come in to assist the head of community football with beginning the girls team. So we took on that role in November of 2022. We first started with 2 sessions a week and we're still at that. It was a slow start for the first few months.
What are the main messages that you're trying to promote to the girls that are part of the pathway?
So main messages for the girls, and I say to them, to the team every week when we play and when we train, we have 3 things that we want them to be doing when they come and play for us. It's to enjoy it, so to have fun, to try their best, because they can always control how much they try. And then the third one is to work hard as well. So those are the 3 things we always look for, but the main one being that they're just coming to enjoy it and have fun.
Why do you think it's so important that Dundee Football Club has a Girls Pathway through the Community Trust?
Oh, I think it's really important through the Community Trust because there was never one before that. So we do offer a lot, obviously, well, we hope we offer a lot to the local city and to the local boys, and we get lots of boys at our community camps, and there's boys clubs all over the city for these boys to play in, but there was never really anything that we offered to young girls. Yes, a few came to our camps, but I think almost overwhelmed by how many boys there would be. There'd be 50 odd boys and maybe only a handful of girls. So we thought this was a huge area there we could focus on and offer something to just these girls. And we now not only have a girls pathway, but when we do our community camps, we also do all girls camps. For example, we had 2 weeks in the summer where we'd had just girls. The boys would be on one side and the girls would be on the other, and we'd have almost 20 girls at each of those camps. So we thought it was a really good area to offer these girls somewhere to come and play their football, enjoy themselves and learn the game.
So what are some of the plans going forward for the Girls Pathway?
So in the new year, we're hoping we will be starting our new program aimed at the younger age group, so like 4 to 8-year-old girls, which is called UEFA Playmakers. And this is going to be in collaboration with the SFA, the Women's SFA. And it's basically a program that is run for 4 to 8-year-olds, and it's to introduce girls who had never played football before, so at a young age, and it's story-based, and it's in collaboration with SFA and Disney. So they've got stories from like the Disney world, like films like Frozen, like Pocahontas and stuff like that. So it's meant to be fun, it's meant to be story-based, and the girls will come along, and it's all football as well. So it's just a way to get them introduced to the game at a young age and hopefully making it as fun as possible.
And just lastly, the girls' game seems to be something that you are very passionate about. Why are you so passionate about it?
I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest. I just think it's really fun. I love coaching in general, but girls football is something that it excites me because I think there's a huge opportunity, especially at Dundee Football Club and Dundee Community Trust, to grow this into something that's not just for young girls, but there's a pathway all the way from when they're maybe 5, when they start kicking a ball for the first time, all the way through to hopefully when they're 18 and becoming older into the women's game, and we have a pathway all the way up for them to keep playing throughout their life.
If any parents are listening thinking, I've got a daughter that would love to get involved with this, how do they do that?
Yeah, so they just have to get in touch with the trust. Obviously the easiest way to do that would be the Facebook page that we have. Also my email would be great, it's micheil@dundeefc.co.uk. We would love to have anyone who wants to come and try out their football. Most of the girls that we have in our teams came for the first time, had never played football before. So we're always welcome to new players who haven't tried football out, or maybe they played football at a younger age, they took a wee break and they want to come back. So it's always open for people to come along.